What's up guys, I just want to show you the mod on my RTX3080 Ti. As you can see, I'm already mining Ethereum and it's getting about 86 mega hash, 279 watts, but the memory temperatures are spicy. And that's not good for the GDDR6X because it won't be running for a long time. It will burn out and I have to get a new GPU. So these are overclock settings, as you can see. And yeah, this been mining for, but as it says, I forgot where to look. Just check. I have to look at the screens. Uptime 6 minutes. So just after 6 minutes, it's already in red, 104C. Let's get those thermal paths changed and get the thicknesses for this specific card, and let's see results after. So before we shut down the PC, what we want to do is turn off the miner, let the RAM cool down and GPU to cool down, so we won't make this GPU break. Because at 100+C, if you remove all cooling, the die could crack and this graphics card could break. So we're gonna wait about a minute to, you see, ventilators are still spinning at 61%, so that means it's still hot. GPU core, so that's this bad boy, not the memory, is okay, but the memory is still spicy. So we'll wait 1 minute and you will see this card outside here with thermal pads. So here are thermal pads. I'm going to use these 1mm, 2mm, 2.5mm and 3mm. Them all are the same spec, as you can see. 12.8 watt MK. I'm not sure how does that pronounce, but these are specs. This is what I'm gonna use. Alright guys, here is the card. It's gonna be a little bit upside down because I don't have much space on my table, so I only way to set up. It's a bit dusty. Oh, it's a lot of dusty. I'm gonna go blow it out a little bit and clean this dust before I open it up, and I'll be right back. Alright, card is a little bit dusted and looks better. You all wonder, yo Martin, but your temps are bad just because of dust. No, this card itself have problems on Ethereum. I could go only plus 715 memory to keep it 96 Celsius. So yeah, let's get to it. Let me grab my tools and tear this boy apart, and I'm gonna measure the thicknesses. Let me show you before we go there. This card does not have any thermal pads in between backplate and top, but you can see still there is some pads on a main cooler. So yeah, let me get tools and we get to it right now. Screwdriver is too big. I have this toolbox. Alright. I don't need tools. Let's see. Does this one fit? It's wobbly. We have to make sure that the pattern, yeah, this one fits perfect. So to remove the main cooler, all we have to do is remove these 4 and these 2. I hope. Let me check these 2 screws. They look bit, yes, and those 2. Yeah, as you can see here, and here is one that's holding the cooler to this PCB. And that should be it as far as I see. Those 4, 6, 8 screws. What about this one? Let me get a closer look. Yep, you can see here is one more. Oh, there's a lot of bad lights. Can you see it? There's one more. So we have to remove this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and these 4. There is no others. These are just holding back plate. Yeah, alright, let's get to it. First we're gonna remove this, because these are only holding cooler, this side of the cooler, and to make it more sturdier. Why doesn't want to pop out? Yes, because we don't have magnet on this one, but we do have on this one. Let me see, does this one fit? Yeah, this one fits. Alright, I keep all screws here. There. Will it fit on this one? Yeah, but this one is a bit tight. But we managed to remove it. Oh, this one is tiny. Hoo hoo hoo. Oh, tiny but long. We have to be careful not to destroy all the threads, so we have to go gentle out with them. Alright, this is next. So we remove these 2, 3, 4, 5 that were holding this side of the cooler, and now we're gonna remove this one that are keeping tension on the cooler around GPU. So this depends on the card you have. Some may have extra screws, some may not have, so you have to make sure you removed all the screws. Okay, this one is tensioner. This bracket here is like tensioner that keeps tension equally around here. They call it a new stuff, but it's not. It's been here since, like, I don't know, AMD cards. Some with dual GPU setup have them, so I don't know. What did they say that? Okay. Alright. So we have removed all the screws here. That should potentially make us able to remove the cooler of the back of the PCB on the cooler side. Let me sit so I can have a closer look. Now I'm gonna grab the card underneath here because I don't want to grab it here, just in case I don't pull anything, because we still have to. So I'm gonna flip the card like this on my hand, so I can keep this part with this hand here. I'm holding it on here, and I'm gonna grab this side and gently pull. Oh, there, you can see how it popped out. Now next step is just to do this. Okay, just to flip it like that. I'm going to disconnect these connections, so I can just remove the back plate as well, and I'm going to add some thermal pads on the black back plate too. Oh, there's some dusty too. This seems like okay pads. Let me just remove this one real gently. Sometimes these know to be pain in the ass, so I'm gonna do this. One side, side, gently out, gently but successful. Yeah, still holds. I'm gonna do it right. One off, 2 to go. This one should be easy. This one seems soft. Yeah. This one seems to be also easy. Alright. Let me a little bit use this compressor. Alright, so we have cooler separated from first part of PCB. This is here. Seems like to be. Yeah, this is cooling something, but this is not the issue that I'm facing with. The issue is these bad boys here. So before we remove this, we have to check what thickness these pads are. I believe these all are 2 millimeter. Let me grab 2 millimeters. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna just grab one of these off. I'm just gonna compare them. Yes, these are 2 millimeters. Let me put this on side. And them all seems the same, but this one is a thinner. So I believe that one is 1 millimeter. Let me open this 1 millimeter. Just a second, real quick. Alright. We have 1 millimeter here. So I'm going to do tear off. I don't know how much you can see, guys, but yes, this is 1 millimeter. Oh, it's really hard. I think this is 1.5, but let's see a bit closer. This film, it's making it harder to see. It's 1 millimeter. This is 1 millimeter. So I'm gonna remove all this and clean it up and get back to you all when it's all cleaned. Alright guys, this is clean enough. I know what you say about this around the GPU. This is not clean because I don't have alcohol at the moment. I just use toilet paper to wipe everything off. Also to wipe off this portion, this cooler. Yeah. So next one, after cleaning up, I'm gonna put this on the side, make sure that it doesn't fall on the ground. I want to remove backplate of PCB to add thermal pads on the back side as well to gain more cooling. So let's move this on. Does it fit? Perfect fit. Alright, it's a bit long screw, but I'm gonna use the magnet screwdriver. There we go. Okay, we don't have to remove that one, I believe so. we'll check it later. We have to remove this one. Alright, check any screws here are visible that might be connected to the back plate. There's none. But there is few on this side. So, but they are not so tight. Alright. So, if you're taking this one apart, just take all the screws on the back. And that's it. Just a second. Screws. I don't know, who left them open. My wife is. Oh shit! Yep, shit happens. But it's just backplate. And this is rubber, so it won't make any damage on it. It's just tapped this backplate. Alright, so these backplates should be ready to pop out. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. There's like some kind of slots. Let me check. Yeah, this seems like to be. Oh, it's hard to say. Yeah, it's aluminium. It's aluminium confirmed. So let me just get this dust off. Alright, now we have to find the way. Wait, I'm sorry. You have to spin it like this. And it was placed like this. Then we have to see, this is memory modules here. There's one. So when we place it like this, so we need thermal pad right over here, just a little bit on the corner, and then all over this side, here and there. When we look here, so I'm gonna have a little bit here on this one, and this looks like already set where it should go, but we're gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna see here. Alright, yeah, right here. So this second one is the middle of the RAM, and this one is really interesting. There's only one there. Okay, it's going like this here. Alright. Let me cut the pads and put them on, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. As you can see, pads are on. I removed the top film. So first what I did, I removed this blue one because the other one is transparent, so you can see where you're placing your pads. So this is the last one you remove. And now I'm gonna just put on this plate, and let's see. There should be like a slot for these three to sit in. I'm not sure. Yeah. I hope I didn't squish. Alright. This one's in. Alright. I heard click. Yes. Right. The pad's squished. So is there enough of contact? Looks like it's not. It is not. Dang. I have to make it with 3mm. Because when I look at it, it's not squished right. Actually, you know what, guys? Let's leave it like this. All that matters. Which one was on this? The long ones, like these. Are they all the same? Yes, they're all the same. So these were right here. Okay, one is in. And the second one. There we go. My hands are big, so yeah. We don't want to over tight it. You just squeeze it until it stops. We don't want to tighten it up. It's not the wheels for the car. This is graphics card. These are small screws, wrong torque, and everything goes to hell. See how I'm doing it? Just small pressure down and 2 fingers, and you see the card is moving. It's enough. Alright, one more. Where is it? There it is. Alright. First 4 screws back in. It's enough. Now we're gonna flip to the another side, and we are going to apply these 3 first. These ones. There we are. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. Check this one. Yeah, it's okay. Now we have to screw on, as I remember, how many we have? 3 more. 3 more. Let's see. Go here, 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 and here. I'll do this one first. I'm not gonna tighten it up. I'm just gonna leave it there to put the rest in. Alright, tighten it up. This one is finished. This one's finished. Yeah, this one's finished. Alright. Now I have to set thermal pads and thermal grease on this one, and I'll do that just a sec and I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, pads and thermal paste is on its place. I sprayed manually over the whole die of the GPU and just add a little bit thicker layer on the middle, and here are the pads where they were, and on the memory I used Noctua NTH1 for the GPU, and now I'm going to assemble this piece, and hopefully how are we gonna do it? We're gonna do it like this. We put it side to side, plug in where everything where it was. Simply, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That in there. Right. Now it's the tricky part. I don't like this part of. Well, we have to line it up. Alright. Everything seems okie dokie on this side. Everything seems okie dokie on that side too. Now I'm holding it both sides. I'm flipping it. And I'm dropping it so I don't move anything. Good. Good. I have some thermal pads on the way. We're just going to break them off. Alright, that should be it. Alright, now we need these brackets. Has these tensors, sure. I'm gonna put it here. And then we're gonna use these that were there. We're gonna screw one corner first. All the way to the end. Like so. We're not gonna tighten it until the end. We're gonna find out this screw bit. Now I'm gonna hold with my finger this one down. Like so. And I'm gonna screw this one in. And I'm gonna just release this one a little bit, like so. And I'm gonna just tighten both of these sides the same way. So I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit with my finger, so I get to the threads like this. I don't break threads, and I tighten it up a little bit, like that. If you don't squeeze it a little bit and help it with the finger, you might skip the threads and you screw it up and everything goes to hell. There. I'm not going to tighten it up right away because we have to align these screws. I see they're a bit off. There, they are aligned now. And these ones were these ones. Just screw it like so. Alright, I'm gonna tighten the back side a little bit. Like that. No. I'm gonna add these two last screws. Yeah. It lines up perfectly. Okay, this is enough. This is enough. I'm gonna tighten these 5 first. Because the back of the GPU, the cooler is heavy and it's just twisting a little bit. Now I'm gonna tension the core, GPU, alright, it's until the end. These screws have stop point, like so. You don't do it further. Like so. Alright, now I'm gonna just try to yeah. That's enough. Don't over tighten them. Just squeezy breezy off top. There we are. GPU is assembled completely. Nothing is moving, everything is where it's supposed to be. We have thermal pads on the back plate now. Oh, I have on my fingers too. I have to clean up this mat later. But yeah, let me show you. So now we have pads here. Actually, it's really hard to see them on this side because the RAM. See, both sides pads are there, nicely squeezed, and I'm gonna pop this card back into computer and I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, GPU is inside PC. Time to flip the switch on the power supply, like so. Yeah, lights on the motherboard is on. Power button. Oh, I forgot to plug in HDMI. Just a second. That will be weird if I just panic out. It's not starting. Yeah, my kids jumped in the room and the monitor is off. I plugged out the power cord of the monitor. Just give me a sec. Alright, I just plugged it in, power. So we have screen on. Hard is working. Everything is normal. And let's log into Windows and boot up this Ethereum. Okie dokie guys. Miner is here. All I have to do press start. The OC settings are not applied yet. I'm just gonna do start miner. There we are. We're gonna put this down and get afterburner on. There we go. It's booting. Since I started afterburner, the overclocks kicked in automatically. So let's see. Don't look at core. Core needs some time to cure the thermal paste, so there we are. You see how the temperature dropped? That's the point when thermal paste just No, actually it's not. The miner restarted itself, but look at thermals on the memory. Well, it still didn't ramp up. I'm just gonna pause and get back to you guys when it's gonna be ramped up and hot and spicy. Alright guys, it's been running for 6 minutes 31 sec, and look at this temperature. It's not 104 or 160 red, it's 94, 92. This is spike temperature. This is like as it is, as it runs. So we dropped about 14 degrees Celsius by upgrading to the other thermal pads and adding some thermal pads on the backplate. These are thermal pads I've used once more, 1mm and 2mm. I wish I used 2.5 mils on the backplate, because it seems the backplate didn't squish all the way through to the PCB, but it's something at least that I add. Oh, there we are. 96C, still 10C, better than before. And we are running for 7 minutes. And overclock is 1300 plus on GDDR6X. This is really high on this memory, and this memory knows to be throttling at this one. Since this is LCR, we are achieving 72.5% unlock on T-Rex mine on these settings. Yep, I like to run my vents hot because I have ambient temperature about 26-27 Celsius, and there we are guys. There we are. For those who don't know, this card is KF3080ti Gamer Black. So there is white, pink, I don't know how many versions or what colors they have, but this one is black. I wish I have white one, but what it is. I could get only this one in my country. So yeah guys, there's the card. Here are results and overclock settings for the card after changing the pads. Hope you liked it. Thumbs up, and please subscribe, help me out. That's it. I hope I helped you with the pad thickness and how to do it, and that's it for today. Have a nice day and take care. See you in the next one.